Do you think that you might be working with a narcissist, or maybe even two or three? In this video, I'm going to actually teach you how to spot them and then how to negotiate your way into shifting the dynamic of power with them. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am a narcissist negotiation expert. I have also been recognized as a top 1% attorney, and I've written a couple of best-selling books. And what I do is I teach you how to spot narcissists, how to avoid them, and how to negotiate with them so that you can get on the offensive. And if that's what you want and that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Okay, so there's a quote from Ben Franklin that is so apt here, and it is the rotten apple spoils his companion. It was from his Poor Richard's Almanac, and it is so true that one bad apple, that one person can just ruin the entire place. I've experienced it. I've had to deal with narcissists as bosses in my past, as clients, as coworkers, as employees of mine. And in whatever form they come in, they, excuse my French, but they completely suck in every single way. And so I want to help you with that because I've been there, and as Ben Franklin says, one person can just ruin it for everyone. And you can just feel it, like as you're walking into the office sometimes, or into the building. And a lot of times now with COVID, things have changed. But if you're even having to get on a Zoom call with this person, I mean, you can just feel like that tension. You feel it in your body, you feel it in your gut, you feel it in your bones and your cells, and you just don't even want to be around that person. You don't trust that person, and it just really can like ruin it for everyone. So the one thing I do want to say is that whatever form they come in, they engage in the same types of behavior that narcissists engage in with regard to whatever relationship that they're in. So if it's, it starts off with that idealization phase, that love bombing phase, where they come across as perfect, they're super charismatic, they're very smart. They're leaders a lot of times. So they just seem to be like the perfect type of a person. And then they go into that devaluing phase and then the discard phase, the same way all narcissists do. But during that devalue phase, this is where you're going to start to see some stuff going on in the workplace that just drives you crazy, like projection. I mean, that's something I saw in one of my employees. Whenever she messed up, it was always someone else's fault. She could never take responsibility for herself. Lying, they lie and then they deny or they deflect. And if you want to know more about what happens when you catch a narcissist in a lie, definitely check out my video on that topic. They also engage in complaining. I saw that actually a lot of times myself. One employee would start complaining about something because, she was envious, or she was jealous, or she felt like somebody else got special treatment. And, they live in this world that it's not fair. It's not fair. And no matter how much you give them, it's still not fair because that's their way of being. Or sometimes they're jealous of, something that another employee has. And then they start bad mouthing, and they start spreading rumors, maybe even about that person. They might just plant a seed, like with a boss, and say, oh, I saw that so-and-so came in late, or I saw that so-and-so is talking to some other employer or something. It may not even be true, but they start spreading these rumors. And if one person feels like, oh, how come we don't get so much time off? Or, then everybody starts to, jump on that bandwagon. Or if you have one boss who's just like so mean to everybody, and or maybe they're misogynistic, or maybe they're racist, or maybe they're, whatever it is, but they devalue people. And so what you see is there's this sense of entitlement. I just deserve to have it. I should have it. I need special treatment, which is all part of the narcissism 7 deadly sins, which you can see in my video, the narcissist 7 deadly sins, as well. And if you think that they just think that they are so entitled, give me a so entitled in the comments below. So, and then when they start that smear campaign in the discard phase, which is typical of all narcissists, I mean, now maybe they're taking it out, even outside of work. Maybe they're smearing you as an employee, as a boss, as a coworker, and they're telling everybody how awful you are. And I've seen this in many, many different contexts. I've coached C-level executives. I've coached business partners who are breaking up, and now the business partner or the other executives are telling people things that aren't true. You're difficult, and so it can be very, very difficult to deal with. So what do you do about it? Number one is, if they are your employee, definitely fire them. I made the mistake of, just thinking that it would get better, or thinking that if I gave this person enough, that they would be, better, that they would be appreciative, but it just gets worse and worse and worse. It's sort of like, you're dealing with a 2-year-old in an adult body, basically. So if you indulge a child too much, they actually start demanding more and more and more. And that's what happens with narcissistic employees. So no matter who they are, no matter how skilled they are replaceable. You will be better off getting somebody else who actually has less skills, but is super appreciative and actually cares and has integrity. I promise you. So if you have control over the situation where you can actually fire this person, definitely go ahead and do that. If it is your boss, I would suggest that you try to go find a different job if you possibly can, because these people don't get better. It doesn't get better, it only gets worse. If that's the path that you're going to take, though, make sure that they have no idea that that is what you're doing. Continue your adulation, continue whatever level of supply you need to give them, because you don't want them suspecting, because then, remember, with a narcissist, you're either for them or against them. And if you're against them, then you become public enemy number one. So, just start quietly looking for another job. And, and at the time that you need to move on, you just move on. If it is a coworker, what I would say to you is, stay in your lane, create your boundaries. Don't take the bait. Like, if they want to talk to you, if they want to get involved with, smearing other people or gossiping or anything like that, just, don't take the bait. Don't get involved with that. I will say to you, cream always rises to the top. So, your integrity will prevail eventually. If you are doing a great job, if you are staying in your lane and you're not getting involved with it, your bosses will see that eventually, and it will pay off for you. Whatever job you have, do a fantastic job with it, and your bosses will see. I know I've had lots of employees, and I definitely can tell which ones have integrity and which ones don't. And that gets rewarded. So stay aware and alert. Smack them down if you need to. I will say this, if you snuff them out and you call out their bluffing, I call it snuffing out the bluffing, and you actually kind of stand up to the narcissist, they'll back down, because narcissists are actually very scared inside. They are a little bit afraid of people who are strong. So just stand up to them and just say, I'm not going to have this conversation with you. I hope you have a great day. But if you stand up to them a little bit, they'll be a little bit nervous if it's your coworker. And then, as I say with every narcissist, if you can go no contact, go no contact, because that will be the best thing for you. They do get in your head. They do start to, um, cause this drama, trauma, and chaos. And if there's a way that you can get them out of your life, then you should definitely go ahead and do that. Okay. And if you're getting ready to negotiate with a narcissist in any form, make sure to grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. And feel free to join my free private Facebook group as well, which is Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Lots of people in there supporting each other. We'd love to have you in there as well. If you like this video, like it, share it, and drop me a comment. Let me know that you were here, and make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you be empowered and inspired to create that new beginning, that new future. So thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I will see you in the next video.